what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the movie Underwater. Now this is a science fiction horror film about like a group of scientists and they're at the bottom of the ocean. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they are like in the Mariana Trench, if I'm not mistaken. But they're like at the very bottom of the ocean, you know. And somehow like they get into like this situation where they're in danger, like the place begins like to collapse and so on because something has I think I ain't gonna say rupture them or hit them or anything like that, but just something causes this actual laboratory that's under the water to actually start to fall apart. And it turns out, you know, because if you're not careful, you would think it's just like a movie about people trying to survive, you know, but it turns out, and we all know what's happening because if you've seen the trailers, you know, it's like some mysterious like creatures that's under the water and around the laboratory that caused this particular incident to happen. Now this film feels very similar to Aliens, you know, directed by James Cameron. It feels very similar to Aliens, and it's like Aliens underwater basically. You have like the corridors and stuff like that with all like the lights and stuff like that. Instead, this time it's actually underwater, and there's like these creatures, you know, that these group of scientists actually have to face, you know. Now one of the scientists is played by Kristen Stewart, and she's actually like the protagonist of the film, and her character is known as I forget what it's called. Yeah, she's known as Nora Price. Now, she's actually like the main star of the film, but you have like other characters in the film too as well, like Captain Lucien, Paul Abel, you know, and so on. There's like a bunch of them I could touch on, but I want to hit every one of them. You also have T.J. Miller. He plays Paul Abel, and he kind of stands out too as well. But the film itself, you know, it was like, you know, at times I felt like it was kind of, you know, it was just something off about because they don't never really give a full explanation to what actually causes the laboratory to start flooding and sinking and like fall apart, you know. They never gave like an explanation for that, you know, a spoiler alert. But it turns out that it was really the creatures, you know, they are like mysterious, they look weird, you know. They almost look like, I'm not going to spoil it, you know. From the way the look of the creatures, I don't want to get into it too much because it's kind of ruin the film, you know. I just leave it at that. But they are like scary looking and creepy, you know. And they are under the water, and the water's like very deep, you know. And there's like a lot of scenes where they actually have to travel on foot under the water, you know. They have on suits, you know, and they're being attacked by the creatures and stuff. It's very cool. It actually even feels like a video game too, but like brought to life, you know. At times I really feel like it was kind of similar to like Dead Space, like the video game series known as Dead Space, you know. It feels very similar to that, you know, but it's like underwater, like the look of like their suits and so on, the weapons that they have, you know. It just seems very similar to even like the creatures themselves, you know. But the film, it was pretty entertaining. They had some surprises in it too as well. I like the atmospheric feel of the film too, like the claustrophobic feel, being that they're like way under the water, like nobody can get to them and rescue them, you know. Because when you see the trailers and so on, even like just the movie itself, you know, you can kind of figure like the outcome of what's going to happen in the film, you know, from my opinion, you know. Now this is directed by I think William E. Bank. I think that's how you pronounce it. Now the actual style and look of the film and the way it goes, you would think that there would definitely be room for a franchise, you know, like you could see a sequel to this film easy, you know, because the way it was, you know. And like I said, the creatures themselves was awesome, and it's like, I ain't gonna get into like kind of towards the end, it's kind of like far-fetched and like over the top, you know, but ooh, it was like this one creature, I just leave it at that, you know, you actually have to see this. And I think just like moments like that as well is what kind of saved the film, you know. It is like tense and terrifying. And I like how it really feels like Aliens, like James Cameron's Aliens, but underwater, you know. I think that's cool, you know. And I thought Kristen Stewart was awesome in her role as Nora, you know. But then underwater, like I said, I kind of want to give it a C, but there are too many like elements, like too many like big budget, like you can tell this is like a big blockbuster design type film, you know, even though it didn't hit at the box office, you know. So I'm going to get it's like a B- because it was like cool. It did have some like awesome scenes, and I like the look of the film. Like I said, it feels like Aliens, like James Cameron's Aliens underwater, you know. So yeah, I'm giving it a B-. Please leave a comment and subscribe to as well.